It's Jover. What, Husky? What do you want? Are you mad too? You like your PlayStation? Well, get the f over it. It would seem the PC is no longer the only platform PlayStation users are gonna have to worry about. And that's the best news.
Please stop calling me gay. I swear I love...
I mean, it's the only news that matters about the Summer Game Fest show. Everything else was a giant, complete waste of time. I mean, it is the Jeff Keighley show. What are we to expect? Look, I'm not gonna waste your time. I really don't want to go over the list of games. Most of them you're not going to care about. Their existence will quickly be forgotten. But one game there will not, because the politics behind it is absolutely hilarious. You know which game I'm talking about. Lego Horizon Adventures. That's right, PlayStation has graciously offered their own IP on a platter to a competing console. Now, what do we call that? How about we ask the media, who for months made a big deal out of Microsoft releasing their intellectual properties on other platforms? Well, not just them, Griffin too made a big deal out of it. How about we ask them to explain to us what this means? Is it over for PlayStation? Are they desperate? Are they full third party, full multi-plat now? Is it doom and gloom for Sony? No, clearly not. Sony's doing fine, and this is a brilliant decision for them. I think so anyway. The most based thing Sony has done. Now, if they could just release it on the Xbox as well, because if you're gonna commit to releasing your game on another platform, you may as well go all the way with it. Because let me tell you something, Sony. Nintendo will not do the same for you in return. Mario Rabbids, a game that was made by Ubisoft using the Mario IP, was released only on the Switch. Nintendo had no plans to release that game anywhere else. This is a one-way relationship, clearly. Sony wants the bread. This game will sell insanely well on the Switch. Do not be surprised if the Switch 2 gets the first Horizon Zero Dawn game. It's over, like I said. Or, game over, man. Game over. And honestly, it's only a bad thing for fanboys. I see nothing but positive here. Good for Sony, because I'll be real, I haven't really been the biggest fan of this franchise, but in Lego format, sure, why not? Somehow, Lego Aloy looks less blocky than she does in Horizon Forbidden West. At the very least, we're getting a Peach Fuzz-free version of her, and she somehow has more personality and is more lovable. I mean, the game is appealing. I'm not gonna lie, I might scoop this one up. It might change my perspective or my mind on the franchise, who knows? But this collaboration is honestly really cool. I wouldn't mind seeing more of this. Lego Bloodborne, anybody? I'm down, 100%. If Lego-fying PlayStation IPs is the only way to actually make them appealing, then I'm fully on board for this project. Lego Kratos, or just imagine The Last of Us Joel death scene with the golf club in Lego format. Oh.
What do you mean you don't agree with me? Do you know who you're dealing with?
I like seeing Sony experiment like this. I like seeing them give a little more creative freedom. This is, after all, a project in collaboration with Guerrilla Games, PlayStation's first party, you hear that, Ponies? First party studio alongside Lego. And while this is awesome, what's not okay is how PlayStation basically lied to its own consumer base. Because the existence of this game is, well, a direct contradiction, if we're going in accordance to Sony's own words. Sony may shrink the gap between launches of its PlayStation exclusives and PC ports. Company president Hiroki Totoki suggested in a post-earnings call Q&A session Wednesday via VGC that he wants PlayStation to go aggressive on improving our margin performance, with multi-platform games playing a significant role. He clarified in the talk that by multi-platform he meant on PlayStation and PC, not Xbox or Switch.
So that was a fucking lie.
Indeed, I agree with you, Tyler. That was a lie. Massive lie. This game just proves you cannot take Sony at their word. If Sony says day and date on PC isn't going to happen, you may as well not believe them anymore. You know that distrust you have with Microsoft? You're supposed to have it with all corporations, Ponies. That's how that works. You really think a corporation isn't going to go for the bag over a handful of loyal consumers? Sony isn't dumb. They know there's no such thing as a fucking loyal consumer. That's just something fanboys tell themselves every day. Oh, my loyalty, it pays off. No, it doesn't. And now to think about it, off topic, but a Lego Ratchet and Clank would be dope as fuck. Anyway, just look at this. They didn't even bother to port it to PS4. They prioritized a port on the Switch over the PS4. You guys aren't even first-class citizens on your own goddamn console anymore. This is sad. Well, it's only sad if you did shit talking. Anybody else who just plays on PlayStation, has fun, has zero shit talking to do because console wars are beneath those users. But for those on Twitter like Puerto Rock, J-Dub, MBG, King Thrash, this is poetic justice. Absolutely hilarious. And if you think when it comes to PlayStation, it's going to stop at just a game like this, always remind yourself that Microsoft won't stop with one game being ported either. And as for the media, I'm fully expecting you guys to make a bajillion articles about how it's over for Sony because they decided to put their first-party intellectual property on another platform. If it's over for Microsoft when they do it, then clearly the logic must be that it's over for PlayStation as well, right? No, of course that same energy isn't going to be kept. PlayStation first-party studios are officially co-developing games for other consoles. It's official, that's third-party, in spite of what Sony told everybody a few weeks ago. You know how annoying it is to have to sit here for weeks hearing bitching and crying about how, oh no, Microsoft is putting their own intellectual properties on other platforms. It's over. Yeah, imagine having to hear people bitch about that for a month, but then completely look the other way and not even display the same amount of energy when Sony decides to do the same exact thing. Hell, you might say this one's even worse because it's not like Sony is porting a pre-existing title. This is a brand new title. PlayStation is working to give content day one to their competitors. Now I want to see Griffin make 30+ minute long videos about that. Now let's talk about the excuses because the salt has been flowing since the announcement. The denial is absolutely insane. The amount of ponies that came to flood my comment section at me just mentioning how Sony is basically officially third party after this has ranged from, it's a Lego game, it doesn't count, to Sony had no choice. Yeah, okay. First off, a Lego game, a very popular franchise. Second off, a Lego Horizon game, a PlayStation first-party intellectual property. And yet people are still saying this.
It's Lego's choice, not Sony's.
Yes, I'm sure it's not Sony's decision what to do with their own first-party intellectual property. I'm sure it wasn't Sony's decision to have Guerrilla Games help develop this. No, Sony is not responsible over who they hand their IP out to. No! Lego has full control over Sony because people are stupid. Shut the f up. You'll live. You'll be fine. If anything, going third party is good for all of you because you're all a bunch of losers. It's like none of these console fanboys seem to understand the only consequence to going third party means you simply get more games. It's proof that exclusivity is nothing more than a mechanism to fuel their pride. That's it. Instead of being happy that they're getting more content, they're upset others get to play it. It's so stupid. I, for one, am so goddamn grateful we're getting to this point with the industry. It's the only way to legit end stupid tribalistic fanboy nonsense. If a handful of fanboys have to suffer, so be it. Who cares?
Switch! Yeah, wrap this shit up. PlayStation and Xbox are dead as console manufacturers real soon.
I mean, yeah, But it ain't gonna be because they're sharing their games on other platforms. It's going to be because the market is going to drastically shift to all streaming, because corporations want that. When everything is all streaming, they will have complete control. It's not gonna be because PlayStation made a Lego Horizon game for another console. That's gonna just give them more money. This gross overreaction, I don't understand it. Maybe because as a PC gamer, it's hard for me to comprehend how a console is the be-all, end-all of my gaming experience. But for once, please, I would just like to see PlayStation users just celebrate something nice, because this is good. You guys are learning to share. Isn't that good? You guys didn't know how to share before, but now you're learning. Baby steps, John. Baby steps. The biggest takeaway from that show is how many games are not on Xbox. Man, that was crazy. No, the biggest takeaway from that show is that Sony has gone full third party. If you came out of that show not once thinking, oh, PlayStation's doing what Microsoft is doing, maybe I should stop being a hypocrite, then there really is no hope for you. But then again, you're a coding addict. All that Jamba juice you've been sipping on has rotted your brain more than Call of Duty rotted Griffins. The takeaway I got was that Sony lied and swindled all of you. You got finessed hard. This game proves that no matter what Sony says, expect the complete opposite of the truth. This is releasing on Switch. Sony is truly multi-platform now, dude. See, why can't you ponies be more like MBG? At the very least, he sees the writing on the wall. Granted, I'm pretty sure he was 2 steps away from that revolver, and his wife might have had to stop him, but acceptance goes a long way. If he can understand this, why can't the rest of the ponies? Why are they all in denial? I mean, if you want to, follow me on Twitter. Go look at my threads if you want to see the amounts, because I personally do not have enough time to post all those individual tweets. But the rules of console warfare are changing. The goalpost is being shifted in real time. Go witness it. It's hilarious.
Xbox is third party. They'll make some licensing with going third party. It's Lego Horizon, not Horizon Lego. You're mad it's not on Xbox?
That one is from Delta's thread. The ponies went after him for simply stating the truth. It's Lego Horizon, not Horizon Lego. It's still licensed by PlayStation. PlayStation still said, yes, use our intellectual property to make a game to put on another console. You dumb stupid, idiot, moron. At the end of the day, it was still a decision made by Sony. Sony said, yes, let's go ahead and contradict ourselves. And yet you're rushing to their defense. You're trying to change the rules of console warfare. It's wow. And to think there's going to be more Salt videos talking about this. I don't have enough time. There's a monster truck show I'm about to go see. I'm living a life. It's very busy. I'm getting to do cool ass things besides sit here all day and cry about what's exclusive, what's not, who's third party, console sales, when in reality, I couldn't even pretend to give 2 shits. Reality is, ponies are going to have more than just PC gamers to deal with now. Now, every day of their lives, they're going to have to think to themselves about Nintendo users possibly getting their games. And the best part is they can't enjoy their lives over announcements like this. Meanwhile, I'm gonna go be seeing Gravedigger crushing other cars and not even thinking once about it. So, throw me a like, comment, share, subscription. You know how it is. Have a beautiful day. I'll be posting clips of that monster truck show, and I'll see you in the next one.
Free Congo sucks ass.